Welcome back on a Monday evening. Dirt Racing Network, the Digital Sim Sports Network, and live racing coverage. Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Thunder, Jess and Jim's Steakhouse, 360 Wing Sprint Cars, Season 24 finale. We haven't been able to get our points leader to join us in the chat. He is busy making sure that car is right. It is not over. He is going to have to go out and do well in his heat race. He has a 143-point lead coming in. You can score anywhere from 10 to 1 points in your heat race and 150 down to 36 in the feature. So it is not a foregone conclusion. If he starts the feature, it's over. Nobody can make up enough points. But if he were to miss the feature and Garrett Boyd were to win his heat race and win the feature, he would be able to surpass Trevor Royer and steal the championship, be his first sprint car championship at DSRL on the final night. The odds, well, they're pretty long. However, you can never say never, and you should never say never. So it's going to be a fun one. Trevor Royer, I think he's probably, in my recollection, and I'm old, so don't hold me to this, folks, but I think he has at least 7 or 8 championships at DSRL, whether it be fixed sprints, open setup sprints. I know that I have sent him a wall full of engraved plaques over the years. So he is a multi-time champion of this series. Guy is not a multi-time champion of the series, but he's the fastest in the room. Oh, Tiny Dancer. Scotty King tonight. Getting messages from people. Ah, 23 checked in. 22 took time in the warm-up. I don't know if Ross Carrenta actually stayed in the server or not. I'm sure he did. Ross, one of the guys that runs for Pro, so maybe his Pro qualifier race already over this evening. But while we've got about a minute and 40 seconds here, I want to go through the list and say thank you to everybody for the season. Thank you all for being here all season long. We appreciate it. But thank you to all the sponsors, Jess and Jim's Steakhouse, Rockin' K Logistics, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King Designs, Tim Sims, School of Sim Racing. Man, I tell you what, without Tommy and the boys, none of these guys would have a great setup to start with. And we've heard a lot of these guys win a lot of races on those School of Sim Racing setups that they have given us to share here. So big thank you to Tommy and the boys for that. Everybody that is affiliated. Admin Box, Premier Setup Shop, SimRampMarket.com. Everybody that does something to help out Dirt Slingers Racing League, the Dirt Racing Network, because that's how this all got started. And we have expanded it out to a whole lot of coverage of a whole lot of racing. And we are very appreciative of all of that. So I want to make sure that we take time at the end of Season 24 to thank everybody that's helped us over the last almost 6.5 years. September of 2018. It's hard to believe it's been that long. All right. They do not qualify here. They do a random pill draw. And so we will get ready to line them up for heat number 1. To the 10 car, Ross Carrenta next to the 21 of Roman Gephardt on the front row, Larry Moody. The 73, row 2 to the inside with the 7 of John Anderson on his outside. Brett Strickler, the 38 car. He rolls off inside row number 3 in the 38, next to Cody Olson in the 6. And then Miles Jansen, multi-time winner. I think Jansen's got 2 wins. Is that right? Looking at the list, Jansen has a win. He won in week number 7. So Miles Jansen, row 4 inside, and he's got Ernie Williams. Ernie Williams won in week number 2 in the series. So a couple of winners in the series right here. Hello, Deb. There's the 21G of Gephardt, the 10 of Ross Corinta. We'll get them rolling off. Final show of the year for Dirt Slingers. They will not be back until sometime between the 13th and the 20th of January with a new season. Season number 25. But right now, it is time for the green flag to fall. Get us started. Dirt Slingers Monday Night Thunder, Jess and Jim Steakhouse 360 Wing Sprint Car season finale underway. Corinta out to the lead quickly. Gephardt, the second car in the fence. Oh, I think that's Brett Strickler that found the fence early down there in turns 3 and 4. They're going to be 2 and 3 wide behind. That's for about 4th. Moody moves into that 4th spot as he goes around Jansen. Olsen looking out even wider there. 3 wide in 1 and 2. This for a transfer spot. A little bit of contact between Jansen and Moody. Moody's going around. Jansen's going around. Whoa, Williams is in at half the field. Caution. Oh, man. Let's get the drone as it was already flying around behind him. You see just a little bit there. Then that just kind of starts a big chain reaction. And half the field going to end up in this one. Boyd's going to have to slow him down the front stretch, wait for that pace car. Excuse me. Sorry about the cough, folks. I am fighting the crud. I don't know what it is, but, man, it sucks. Don't get it. It's terrible. So it's Corinta, Gephardt, Anderson, Strickler. I think that's the only 4 cars on the track right now. Maybe Larry Moody's rolling it. I don't know if he's coming back or not. Strickler found a problem turn 3 and 4 on the first lap, and he fell way behind the field. So the caution fortuitous for him. I believe he is in one of the direct transfer spots. Now we're going to have a B main. We had 23 check in. We only take 22. Moody rolling the 73 out. Let's have a look. No front wing. Looks like the lower engine cover, radiator cover is on. So he's okay there. He just doesn't have a front wing. So we'll get ready for the restart here. 5 laps to go.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. Quick slider in 1 and 2. Anderson's going to go to second. Move Gephardt back to third. Now we heard race control in our ear for just a second. Nothing important. Larry Moody's trying to hang on back here. It's all Corinta out front. He is running away from these guys. Two to go that time by Corinta and Anderson, long gone. Moody, the only car left. Behind them, Gephardt, Strickler, everybody else off the track. So we lost a bunch of drivers into those incidents, and heat number 1 going to start auspiciously for us. But Corinta going to the A. Anderson will go with him, and Larry Moody going to have plenty of time to go work on that 73 car, get it back out here for the feature tonight. He'll finish third. Gephardt, Strickler, Olsen, Jansen, and Williams. I think Gephardt is going to be a transfer car as well. So we'll get ready for Heat 2. We'll start them like this. The 54, Matt Westfall. Westfall having good pill draws tonight. That's 2 poles in 2 series for him. He'll start on the front row inside next to his teammate, the 32 of Tom Ossendorf. Richie Gaines, the 11 car. Row 2 to the inside next to the 62 of Roy Collins. Your third row, it'll be Jesse Bandy in the 49 car on the inside, Rick Main in the 187 on the outside, and then the 95 of Dakota Kuhn next to Jonathan White in the 23, making up our fourth and final row. So the Flying Buckeye, good pill draws all night long. He started on the pole for the feature in the big block race just a little while ago. Hello, Cody. All right, pace cars out of the way. Get started with heat number 2 right here. Westfall on the throttle, green flag. Oh, missed a good big block race. Westfall to the point. Ostendorf had his hands full with Richie Gaines for a moment. Now Gaines. He's got Bandy on the high side. Rick Main is taking a peek down on the bottom. Main not able to get the car alongside. So Gaines will stand for a big crash behind.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Yep, we saw that one coming. Let's go back. We'll watch the 62 and the 95 right here. Ooh, Maine got into Collins, and that just left Dakota Kuhn really no place that he could go at all. So we're going to slow things down. Had a couple of cautions in our first couple of heat races. Tight, close quarters racing. Yeah, Cody, you missed a good season finale for the big blocks. That was a pretty good race. So we'll slow things down just a tiny bit. The teammates up there at the front, Westendorf and Westfall. Oh, Tom Ostendorf had him a good run in the big blocks to the very, very end of it. He was up there in the top 4 or 5. I think he finished 6th or 7th in that race tonight. So Collins will be out. We'll have Westfall, Ostendorf, Bandy Gaines, Maine, White, and Kuhn remaining. 4 transfer spots available. All right, time to get back at it. 5 laps to go. Oh, Rick Main, a little early on the throttle, got into the back of Richie Gaines there, and that may hurt him a little bit. He's going to lose at least 1. Come around, 4 laps remaining. Westfall has the point. Bandy second. He worked around the high side of Ostendorf, got the spot away, and Tom not ready to give that up just yet. Richie Gaines way out wide in turns 3 and 4, and he got a big run on Ostendorf. Boy, I'll tell you what, he had to squeeze it into the fence. There was barely room to fit in there. He tried to get it, and he had to rub it into the fence so it takes some speed off it. He had wrecked them both. Jesse Bandy, however, with 2 to go, going to put a challenge on for the lead. Now that he's shown Westfall he's there, I think Matt decided to crank it up a little bit. Whoa! White flag in the air. We're going to come back and look at something here real quick. Westfall wins it. Bandy, Gaines, White, Maine, then Kuhn and Ostendorf. I'm going back for a second. Oh, that's what I thought happened right there. He clipped the tire going in. I saw that car shoot to the right. Woo, bad news for Mr. Ostendorf. I think he took himself out of a transfer spot right there doing that. So ridden out for our final heat race. It'll be the 21 of Garrett Boyd on the pole with the 31 of Tim Nichols to his outside. What an auspicious front row that is. Mad Max Stambaugh, the 5 car. Good to see Max back for the second straight week. He'll start inside row number 2 next to Tiny Dancer, Scott King in the 118. The 6 of Scott Thomason, Scotty T rolling off P5. He'll have Dean Reynolds in the 79 on his outside. And your final row, the 90, your points leader, Trevor Royer next to the 23 of Alex Shazinski. Yep, I knew if I did that too early, it would mess it up. Knew it when I did it. All right, reload it. You're ready to go. Ta-da! Boyd and Nichols off the front row. Boyd on the throttle. Green flag in the air. Mad Max Stambaugh with a great start. He'll jump all the way to second. Here comes Scott Thomason. I'm loving that Quaker State stuff on his car. Looks good on him. He moves into the third spot. Royer from the back row all the way up to a transfer spot already. He's 4th right now, but Straczynski on the high side. He's trying to make the points leader. Have to work hard. Maybe even come through the B main to get in here. Garrett Boyd needs this heat win, that's for sure. That'll close the gap a little. But I don't know if it'll close it enough. Oh, car flipping down the backstretch. Tim Nichols. Turn 3, he's going to get it off the racing surface before we have a caution. Straczynski with a great move. Going to move to the inside of Thomason. Down here in turns 3 and 4, and he'll take the spot away. So Straczynski off the back row up to 3rd. Thomason trying to hang on that final transfer spot. But Royer going to go high and wide in 3 and 4. See if he can get the big run on the exit. He almost got it there that time. He's going to have to start over. Out of 2, he goes way wide. Here comes Trevor Royer. Royer up to 4th. Boyd still out front. Stambaugh, Straczynski. 1, 2, 3. Thomason 5th. Reynolds 6th. Then King and Nichols out of this one. But Garrett Boyd, white flag showing. And Garrett Boyd will pick up the 10 points for the heat race win. Royer only gets 6, so that closes it down to 139. Separating the two. So the final heat race, and we are going to move to our B main. Actually, we're not. We're not moving to the B main. We're taking everybody. Good call by race control. Give these boys a few minutes. Let them work the track. We're hoping Trevor Royer will make his way over here. By virtue of starting the feature, it locks the deal. Trevor Royer is going to be your season 24 points champion. Even with a 24th place finish, it's enough points to make it so that if Boyd were to win it, there is nothing that could close. It would only be about a 25-point gap, but it would still be enough for Royer to hang on. So it's a victory lap tonight for the 90 car. "24 drivers made it in. 24 drivers will start the feature." Yes. Yes. Where'd he go? There's Whiskers. Keeping our eyes peeled. Looking to see if we get Mr. Royer to come say hello to us. So we know who the champion is going to be. He is going to pick up some pretty nifty hardware. And he is going to pick up a pretty nifty little prize. All right. They have decided that they have had enough. Warm up. They want this track the way it is so that they can get in here and get through this, get done, and get to moving on. And we are going to accommodate them. We're going to get ready to run through tonight's starting lineup for the Dirt Singers Racing League Monday Night Thunder Jess and Jim Steakhouse 360 Wing Sprint Car Season 24 finale. It'll be the 10 of Ross Corinna and the 54 of Matt Westfall on our front row. The 21, Garrett Boyd, and the 7 of Johnny Anderson. Row number 2. Row 3, the 49, Jesse Bandy. The 5 of Mad Max Stambaugh. Your 4th row, the 73, Larry Moody inside. Richie Gaines in the 11. We'll start on the outside. Alex Zazinski, the 23. Row 5 inside. Next to Roman Gephardt in the 21. The 23 of Jonathan White. He's got the row 6 inside starting position, and he'll have your champion in the 90, Trevor Royer, in that 12th spot beside him. Row 7, the 38 of Brett Strickler inside. Rick Main in the 187 on the outside. And then Scotty Thomason in the 6. 15th starting spot next to Cody Olson in the other 6 car. Those two been together all night long in those 6 cars. Row number 9, the 32 of Tom Ostendorf. The 79 of Dean Reynolds. And then the 35 of Miles Jensen next to the 95 of Dakota Kuhn in that 10th row. Your 11th row, the 118 Scott King and Ernie Williams. Old Whiskers in the 91. He starts P22. And your final row for the final race of the season, the 62 Rory Collins and the 31 of Tim Nichols. All 21 of our 24 made it out. I don't know where. Jesse Bandy, Ross Corinta, Garrett Boyd did not make it, so that's going to change things a little bit.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Yeah, we're going to have to catch up to the pace car. We're waiting for all these guys. Hopefully these guys all make it and get out here. So we won all 24. All right, we're getting them reorganized and relined up. Boyd, Corinta, and Bandy, and I don't know where those 3 are, but it looks like we're about to go green.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. We are underway for the season finale. Westfall hanging on to the lead. Shazinski and Moody battling for second side by side. Tell you what, it was close right there. Bandy is on track. Corinta made it out on track. Boyd made it. No, Boyd did not make it on track. I don't know why not, but he didn't. So that is it. Foregone conclusion is pretty much over as it is. Oh, Westfall problems. He got the car out of shape. Caution. Oh, no, not the 91 car. We don't want to see that. That's Reynolds and Olsen right in front of him. Oh, Jansen come up and got into Reynolds and put him right into Williams. So I don't know. I see. Dean Reynolds getting looked at. Ernie Williams had all kinds of suspension. That car kind of destroyed, really. Straczynski got to the front. Westfall got way out of shape, and he almost got run over by Anderson at one point. Bandy and Jansen kind of caught a lucky break, or Bandy for sure caught a lucky break right there because they got a caution before he was a lap down. So that'll get him back in the thick of things. All right. Looks like the 79 Dean Reynolds still in the work area. Lights are off on the pace truck. Everything's shuffling through. I'm not sure. I don't know. We've had interesting starts to a couple of these weeks. Straczynski, Westfall, Anderson, Stambaugh, Moody.
Green, green, green.
So we come back to green, and Alex Straczynski with a fantastic start. He says he doesn't race a whole lot. We talked to him last night over at Aces Up. He was a hard charger in that race. Says he doesn't race a whole lot, but I'll tell you what, it doesn't look like he's very rusty to me. Anderson, Stambaugh both go around Westfall. Westfall's already back to fourth, and caution again. We're not sure what this is for. We're not sure what that one was for. We didn't see anything. Jesse Bandy showing a lap down. He should get a wave around. We may know what happened to Garrett Boyd. His internet may have crapped out on him. So we may know what happened to him. I think Bandy's going to need a wave around. We're going to go back to the front. One more time around for sure. Well, I think somebody got turned just enough sideways, but I don't think it was enough to show us anything. Because we see where the yellow flag came out, but there is nothing as a marker before that, so it's hard to find where that happened. Could be Richie Gaines got turned sideways right there. We're not positive, so we can't go back and look at it. All right, pace truck going in. Everybody's going to tighten them up. Single foul on our restarts. Green flag back in the air. Straczynski with another good start. He'll head into 3 and 4. Out in front, he goes right to the bottom. Anderson goes to the top. Caution, Tim Nichols is into something here. That 131 car. Oh, got a little out of shape. He and Miles Jansen have a little contact. He's backwards against the fence. All righty. So with that happening, that'll change things up a little bit. I'll tell you what, Tim, driving the sprint car is a whole lot tougher now than I think it ever has been on this thing. They still feel somewhat connected to the track until it gets slick, and then they're not connected to a whole lot. You can get them out of shape pretty easy. You gotta run every day, I think, just to keep that feel. All right, we're going to get the pace truck out of the way. We're on our third caution. We are 7 laps in. Get the guys to settle down just a little bit, clean things up. They'll get to it. We'll have a good finish to this. Look now, but Royer's up to 9th.
Green flag, green flag.
He started pretty deep back here, and he is already up to the 9th spot. Green flag back in the air. Szuzinski, Anderson, Stamball, Westfall still 4th, then Moody, Gephardt. Now Gephardt goes for the big slider on Moody. Nice crossover, and Larry takes that spot right back away from him. Had to check up for Westfall, and that opened the door on the very outside again for Roman Gephardt. He goes right back by Richie. Gaines is up there, gives Larry a shot in the tail tank for trying to shut the door. Oh, that's going to be bad news for somebody. Your points leader is upside down.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Right in front of Trevor. They touch Westfall and Moody, and then Royer is in it. Olsen gets hung up on him. And that is how the champ is going to end up. He's going to end up on the hook in the infield, but he had a big enough lead in the points that it did not matter, especially with Boyd not starting the feature tonight. Yeah, we had the big one. There was about 11 cars in that, I think. There was cars everywhere. These tracks are tricky. This car is very tricky to run anyway, especially when it gets slick out. We're trying to organize the field, trying to figure it out for sure. Make sure we got the right order. Szuzinski, Anderson, Stambaugh, Westfall, Gephardt, Gaines, White, Main, Olsen, Thomason, then Ostendorf, Carenta, King, Jansen, Bandy, Collins, Reynolds, and I think everybody else pretty much off track. Somebody just rolled off pit road right before we got the green. Might be Brett Strickler, maybe.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Szuzinski once again. Another great start. Anderson with a good start behind. Stambaugh hanging on in 3rd. Gephardt and Westfall going at it for 4th and 5th. So is Richie Gaines, as both Gephardt and Raines go around Westfall. Gaines tried to go around Gephardt, and Gephardt just flew right back by him and cut him quick. Here comes Rick Main. Main and Westfall wheel to wheel in 3 and 4. Olsen, White going at it back here. Cody Olsen, Jonathan White side by side. Out of 4, and a little bit of momentum is going to keep Jonathan White in front. They're closing in on Matt Westfall. White, not sure which lane to pick, goes to the very outside. Olsen squeezes up on him. They make contact. That is going to end Olsen's night. He goes to the infield. I'm not sure who that was. It came sliding out of the grass in that blue car. We'll go back towards the front because Szuzinski has a problem. Jumps over the cushion in 1 and 2, and he'll fall from 1st to 4th. Anderson, Stambaugh, Gephardt all go by. Now Szuzinski going to fight back and try to take that 3rd spot back. The track starts to get slick. Passing comes at a premium, and you really got to get going. And Szczynski flirting with disaster lap after lap at the very top, trying to hang on for third. Johnny Anderson out in front. Grab the drone cam and follow him through. He could only get a tiny bit closer to that fence, I think, before he'd be up against it in 1 and 2. 3 and 4, he's giving himself plenty of room. 15 to go that time by. Stambaugh, Mad Max, still here in second place. And then Alex Szczynski got by Gephardt. So did Richie Gaines. Gephardt going backwards. Rick Mayne up to the 6th spot. And then Corinto, Westfall, White, and Bandy, the top 10. Jesse Bandy back on the lead lap, back in the top 10 very quickly. I hope he comes to the chat. I truly do. $12 to go, and Johnny Anderson running away with this thing. He is enjoying a 2-second lead out here. Keeping that drone cam on. Man, he is up there. He cannot get much closer to that outside wall. Get on board with him here. Brett Strickler. Rory Collins right in front of him. She'll get into lapping cars live under green. Collins will be the first to go down. And Brett Strickler looking next.
All right, man.
Caution. Roman Gephardt and Rick Mayne having an issue. Gephardt brushes the fence. Oh, and Mayne went to go in low to miss him, and Gephardt was down. That's a wild ride right there. I think Rick Mayne was looking to move low. And Gephardt came down to try to grab the car back up underneath him a little bit and just got that left front of the right rear. And Rick Mayne's car damaged as well. Wave around for the 62 car, getting back on the lead lap. War of attrition tonight here. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. As we went from 24 cars, we're down to 12. Nobody likes to see that. So we're going to restart with 7 to go. Lights are off on the pace truck. We're about ready to go back at it. Whew. Running out of breath, guys. Whew. I don't know what this bug is, but whatever it is, I promise you, you do not want it. It sucks. Green flag back in the air. 7 laps remaining, and Anderson got another great start. Stambaugh, Szczynski still 2 and 3. Richie Gaines trying to get up there and battle Szczynski for that 3rd spot, and I just think the car is too loose for him right now. Here comes Ross Corinto. Corinta going to go inside slide job up the hill in 3 and 4. And Corinta got out of shape on the exit, gave the spot right back. Shazinski is getting in there where he can put some pressure on Stambaugh right now. For second. Nobody has anything for Anderson at all right now. Johnny Anderson nailing it down in the season finale here. He'll get it, if he can hang on, he'll get his first win at DSRL ever. Top 3 have broken far away. And I don't think this battle with Shazinski and Stambaugh is over. There's the slider from Shazinski. Stambaugh will go back at it. Caution behind. Jonathan White may have died here at this racetrack. Jansen slid up, almost got into him, did a good job of keeping it down. Oh, that time, bad news. He got against the fence and then found that big bump getting into 3 and 4. I thought he went tumbling. That was not what I saw out of the corner of my eye. So, we will have that 2-lap green-white checker shootout to finish things up. We're waiting for the champ. I want the champ to come by. I need Max to come by, too. We can stay in that top 3. I know Johnny Anderson was here a little while ago. I don't know where he's at now. Well, they got to wrap it up pretty soon. I just ran out of cough drops, guys, so we're in trouble. Single file for our final restart. What should be our final restart. Got to get everybody in order here. Still got 12 of them out there. All right, lights are off this time. 2-lap shootout to finish the 24th season. For Dirt Slingers Monday Night Thunder 360 Sprint Cars presented by Jess and Jim Steakhouse. And Anderson cuts it down the hill, back on the throttle, green flag back in the air. Healthy lead heading down the backstretch. He's out by 10 car lengths. White flag coming out this time. Doesn't matter what happens after that. It'll be over. Stambaugh, Shazinski still in the top 3. Shazinski goes to the bottom side. Is there anything at all down there? I think if he keeps messing around, he may end up on the outside of the podium. Anderson, Stambaugh, and at the line, Shazinski hangs on over Corinta just barely. So we'll get our top 3 around. We're going to wait for them, see if they make it into chat. We want Trevor Royer to make it in. I don't know, Tim, if you got him in Discord or whatever over there, you might tell him he needs to come over and talk to me. I don't know if Max is over there too. Send Max over. Mr. Anderson. I see him in our chat. I mean, we could start with him, I guess, while we wait for the other guys. Well, we got him. We got him. We got him. We got him. Alex, is get a copy?
Yeah, you got me.
All right, man. Hey, I don't know if you have any of those other guys over there, but let's get Let's see if we can get Royer to come over here too for me, please. And if Max is over there, I don't know.
Looks like Trevor's disconnected.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I can get Ernie over here.
Yeah, nah. I wanted to talk
Yeah,
to
I
Trevor.
mean,
He
you
ended
always
up
wanna
winning the
talk to Whiskers.
championship. Yeah, no, I don't
Who's
want
that?
to talk to
Trevor
Whiskers.
did? I can get him back on.
That would be great if you could. I would appreciate that. But let's talk about third place here, man. You said you haven't been running a lot. You're a little rusty maybe, but you came here tonight and you made it look like you've been doing it pretty regular for a while here. I mean, you were pretty smooth tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I should have won that race. I screwed myself up in 1 and 2. I didn't know exactly where Anderson was running, and I just moved around a little bit too much, and I fucked around and found out.
Well,
Man, I was playing catch up, and I think I was faster at the end. It's hard. It's hard when your tires go away to stick the bottom and stand balls in the line I wanted. So I was just, every time I had a run, it seemed like a caution was going to come out. So it's just racing.
well, still an awesome way to finish the season, man. We're going to be looking forward to seeing you back for season 25.
Yeah, as long as I'm not doing anything on Monday nights, I'll probably run the whole deal.
All right, man. Well, give me some shout-outs and some thank yous before we let you head out, and I still wouldn't mind if you tried to get Trevor for me.
Yeah, I texted him just now. Yeah, I got to thank all the Black Diamond guys. I've been running DSRL for, what would you say, probably 5 years now?
At
It's
least.
been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. So got to thank you, Roger, for always putting us in a place where we can race, and a great broadcast and everyone that makes this deal go around. And hopefully you turn this 360 series into a 410 deal, because there's too much 360 racing.
All right, man. Well, we're talking.
I know you never will. I know you never
Well-
will. It's Monday Night Thunder for a reason.
Well, we've talked about it a bunch of times, and you and I'll talk about it off air one of these times. But as for the foreseeable future, right now we're looking at 360s at least for another season. So, thanks for chatting
Yeah,
with us,
it's no
man.
big
Congrats
deal. As
on
long
the
as we
run,
got a
brother.
place to race.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
we'll always
shit.
have a place to race. We'll catch you later. Thank you.
See ya.
That is Alex Jasinski finishing in third. Now let's move on. And I'm taking a heck of a chance here. I'm pretty sure that this is who I think it is. Max, is that you? Are you there, buddy?
Yep, you got me.
I got you. Says Ray Marshall Jr. I love it. So a couple of questions. One, man, we hadn't seen you in a long time. You come out here and you've been putting on a show for us the last 2 weeks. We're hoping that as we get into January, February, we'll see more of you. But that track looked pretty challenging, and you were able to come home second tonight. Tell us about the feature a little bit.
Yeah, definitely, been hiatus from iRacing for a while and getting back into it. So congrats to Johnny Anderson on the win, and good job putting this on, Roger.
Yeah, well, I was supposed to tell you that that's not pretty bad, not too bad for a washed-up truck driver. Want to tell me what that's all about?
Yeah. No, it's good to get on here during the off season and do some racing. Just hoping you can move the start time up for the next season so I can do it all the time.
Well, we're still working on schedules. We're still working on what we're going to do. So hopefully we can get some things in order and give you guys another fantastic season of sprint car racing here. But give me some shout-outs and some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here tonight. We'll look forward to seeing you back in 25.
Yeah, just everybody here at Sandbagger Sim Racing, John and Slate. Tim Nichols still around. I saw him on there, and Matt Westfall was on here too. So you had a good group of drivers on here tonight.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, buddy. I look forward to seeing you in about 3 weeks.
Have a good one, buddy.
That is a Max. Stand by, Mad Max. And now we will get over here and let's go talk to, as soon as I can find it. There we go. Now we can grab Mr. Jack Anderson. We can officially say that he popped his cherry at DSRL. He picks up his first ever feature win. He has to do it in the season 24 finale. But Johnny, man, you destroyed these guys.
But first off, it's Jack, not Johnny. I just haven't got my name changed yet.
Oh, that's terrible.
I don't know. I need to get it done, but yeah, it was a
Well,
fun
we'll
night.
take care of it here for you.
Yeah, I wish I found this league a little bit sooner. maybe would have been able to make a run for points and have a little more fun with it. But it was awesome getting to run the 2 races that I did. It was fun. Last week at Lanier, it just sucked because one of my teammates got into me and ended my night early. But yeah, it's a lot of fun running this league.
Yeah, it looked like, man, you got this place figured out pretty good. You're able to run away from these guys, and on every restart, you're able to get a big advantage. Kind of out there on cruise control. It didn't look like you had too many problems getting around Charlotte tonight.
Yeah, I felt pretty good. We had to run a little bit of an older set because the new sets for the season, the officials haven't came and ran here yet, so we're on a little bit older deal. But I didn't think we would have any problem with it, and we didn't. And a couple of my guys, they struggled a little bit tonight, but I'm sure they'll bounce back. They're always usually pretty quick to getting up and after it most of the time. And yeah, car felt good. I mean, I probably could have snugged it up a little bit more because I was struggling there at the end, and I had a little bit too much gear in it. But live and you learn, and I feel like we can come back and maybe be a little bit better, and hopefully start a little bit farther up front. But yeah, obviously got a decent heat race, and I just had a blast tonight, man.
Well, we will definitely be looking forward to having you back in season number 25. But give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you head out tonight.
I would like to thank Inferno. Inferno, they do a lot for me. I came over here not that long ago. We have a lot of good teammates over there, a lot of fun. D&T Designs, Highline Sim Photography. Actually, in between setup shops right now, we're kind of just going all over the place. So no setup shops, but yeah, all my teammates, it was a lot of fun. And yeah, thank you guys for having me.
All right, man. Congrats on the win. I'll look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks when we kick things back off.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Jack Anderson picking up the win, the season finale, and now what we've all been waiting for, we get to talk to our champ. He didn't even finish the race tonight, but he didn't need to because he started it, and Trevor Royer, not the way you wanted to end it, I'm sure.
No. Yeah, I don't really got much to say about it. Just somebody made a mistake up front of me, and nothing I could do about it. So, yeah, it's how it goes sometimes. Well, draw didn't do me any favors once again, even though I don't mind the format, but just normally puts me in the back. But yeah, still happy to pull the championship out.
Well, you know, sometimes you ride the wave on the crest and sometimes you ride it in the valley, and it's kind of been that way for you all season here. You either were starting up front or you were starting in the back, and it seems like every time you're at the back, somehow misfortune seems to find you. Is there anything that you could maybe try to do a little different to avoid some of that? I know that you can't control the draw.
I don't know. I felt like I had a car to finish on the podium there. The yellow after the one I got wrecked out in, we had a long green flag run, and I feel like that's all I needed to kind of work my way up to the front. I was literally just being patient behind guys that were running top bottom, and I was kind of trying to just go where they were. And in that instance, I entered into one right behind Richie, and I kind of cut down the track to kind of see if I can get a run down the backstretch. And right when I did that, Larry and Matt made contact, and I was there. I don't know. It's I don't know. Maybe roll the bottom. I was early in the race, but I mean that's easy to say after the fact. Sometimes you just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, I'm not sure how many this is, but I know it's got to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 or 8, maybe more than that, of these titles that you've picked up at DSRL. Seems like if they're going to come in, you know, the king of the sprint cars at DSRL, you got to put Trevor Royer's name up there. You won more than anybody else. Is this just another one, or has this one got anything special to it?
I mean, every single one is special for sure. I have all my plaques and trophies on a display that I enjoy collecting them. I feel grateful to have been able to collect so much hardware over the years, especially in this league. But yeah, definitely not the way I wanted to finish the season off, but still happy to win the championship. It's an honor to carry the banner for DSRL, especially after all these years, still being able to be in here, be competitive, win races, win championships, since what, 2017, 2018. So
yeah, 2017.
It's been a while.
All right, man. Well, give me your list of thank yous, and we'll let you go pop the cork and celebrate the championship while we get all your hardware together.
Yeah, I want to thank all the sponsors involved in this series: Jess and Jim Steakhouse, Rock and K Logistics, DSSN, Dirt Racing Network, you, Roger, Larry, Scott, Jonathan for the admin work, my team, Black Diamond Motorsports, Ultimate Dirt TV, 19 Designs, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, and everyone that tunes in to watch. I know some races are better than others. Seemed like the race up front in this one was pretty good towards the end there. We'll look forward to the next season.
All right, man. Well, we're going to start up in a few weeks here, so we'll definitely reach out and let you come back and defend your title. But thanks for coming in and chatting with us. We know you had to come back for that, but congrats on the title, and I'll be in touch with your hardware here as quickly as I can be.
All right. Thank you, Roger.
Trevor Royer, your season 24 champion for the Jess and Jim Steakhouse 360 Wing Sprint Cars at DSRL Monday Night Thunder. That, as they say, is that. The official order for the final race. Anderson, Stanbosch, Brzezinski, 1, 2, 3, Corinna, 4th. Gaines was 5th. Jansen, 6th. Reynolds, Westfall, King, Bandy, Collins, Strickler, White, Gephardt, Main, Ostendorf, Olson, Thomason, Moody. Trevor Royer, your champion, finishes 20th on the hook, but still the champion by virtue of the gigantic points lead that he had built up. Dakota Kuhn, Tim Nichols, Ernie Williams, and Garrett Boyd rounded things out for us tonight. That closes off 24 seasons of racing at Dirt Slingers. We started this on April 1st of 2017 with our first ever doubleheader points-paying Saturday night event. We had 2 amazing races. We raced at Eldora, and we raced at Lanier. And from then, it has just morphed and grown and continued to be constant. We took about 9 months off in 2022 to retool, revamp things. And since we came back, everything has been fantastic. We've gotten great racing. In fact, all of 2024, I really have nothing to complain about as the owner of DSRL. I've got a great admin team. I want to thank all of those guys for another season. Garrett, Larry, Scott, Jonathan, for what they do. All the sponsors that I mentioned in the opening of this show. We can't do it without you guys. It's amazing that you've stuck with us, some of you, through the whole thing. All nearly 8 years now. And we really appreciate that. We'll get ready for 2025. Bring it right back to the Dirt Racing Network. Dirt Racing Network wouldn't be here if it wasn't for DSRL. You can count on that. But that is going to do it for us here tonight. I want to thank all you guys, because without you, there's nothing at all for us to do here. There's no reason for us to do it whatsoever. Bring the fans great racing. And all the leagues give us fantastic racing. We want to pat everybody on the back for that. So thank you all very, very much. Happy New Year. Close out 2024 right. Make sure you stay safe. Come back to us in 2025. We'll be back on Friday night, 10 o'clock Eastern, with American Dirt Series and their 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. But until we see you guys again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing.